Good evening, East Alabama, and welcome into the Locker Room presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. I'm Namath Pitts. We continue on this Friday afternoon as we get ourselves into the weekend. We have got great basketball action for you guys today on the Locker Room. Action from the Calhoun County Basketball Tournament. How about the Hope Christian Academy Saints, new school in Oxford, Alabama? We're going to talk more about them this afternoon, and we have a great interview coming up with them next week to tell you more about this school, tell you more about this basketball program as a whole that picked up a big accomplishment last night for a really good friend of mine as well, the head coach of Hope Christian Academy. We'll tell you more about that in just a minute. But do not forget to like and follow our East Alabama Now page so that you don't miss the Locker Room. We're here every weekday, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Also tonight, EAN News at 6:30 p.m. John Holder will get you up to date on the local weather as we go into the weekend. Mike Stedham and Katie Edwards have all of your local news. And I'm actually going to be at the Birmingham Crossplex. And as soon as we get done, I'm at the Birmingham Crossplex covering the girls' state wrestling tournament, covering the AHSA State Duels Final Four, which features Weaver and Ramburn. So we have got an action-packed Friday. Calhoun County Basketball Championship games tonight. We will be there as well with cameras, interviews, all of the action. All I can say is, guys, we have a great show today, but you do not want to miss Monday's show. Monday's show is going to feature AHSA State Wrestling Duels, feature girls state wrestling. It's going to feature the Calhoun County Basketball Championship games. Monday may be one of the biggest shows that we've had all year long. But we still have a big show today, and we're starting the day with an historic milestone for the Hope Christian Academy school out of Oxford, Alabama. Now, Hope Christian Academy is in their first year as a school, and it is ran out of the Lighthouse Church in Oxford over on Grace Drive, and it is a great place, by the way. The principal administrator of the school is Nick Burns. Nick coached baseball at Welborn for a long time. They've put together a great staff of teachers and administrators, a great basketball team. And I may not translate into wins and losses, but the impact they're making for the kingdom of God is certainly something that should be recognized. But last night was an historic night for Hope Christian Academy, and let me tell you why. Hope Christian Academy won their first basketball game in school history last night when they beat First Assembly Christian School. You see the Hope Christian Academy team right there, and they have a great team, very young. Got their first win over Faith First Assembly Christian School, 51-41, as they played in the gym there at Hope Christian Academy in Oxford. And this is a team that has not played any cupcakes at all, as Coach Thompson. You'll hear from him in just a minute. And it's a quick turnaround for Hope Christian Academy, who will play tonight. But Hope Christian Academy, congratulations on your first win in school history. Hope Christian Academy is coached by T.J. Thompson. T.J. Thompson is a Weaver alumni. He is a Jacksonville State University alumni. He's a really good friend of mine. He's a great guy, plugged in the local church, very talented musician, but a great basketball coach as well, who pours his heart and soul in these kids. So speaking of T.J. Thompson, we're going to connect with T.J. Thompson real quick. Here's his thoughts on getting his first win as a head basketball coach.
It feels great, I feel blessed to be in the position, blessed with this opportunity to coach this team, coach these guys. I'm just happy for the guys, really nothing to do with me. Just happy for those guys. They put in the work in, they grinded all year long, and I'm just happy they got it done.
Jay Thompson's a great friend of mine. He's a great guy. I know he's pouring his heart and soul into this team. Anytime you get your first win of the season and first win in school history, it certainly had to be a good performance. There's no question about that. So here's T.J. Thompson talking about his team and how they got their first win in school history last night.
Yeah, and as for the game itself, it was a tough one. Really, every game we played so far has been pretty tough. I don't know what it is about our schedule, but we haven't played a team. We haven't played a cupcake team yet, and that just goes to the respect to the teams we play. All these teams are really great teams, not just good, but great teams. And every night's been a battle. And, these guys came out tonight, and I think we finally put it together. We passed the ball great. We hustled good at times, but we got in the locker room. the guys are still hungry, and that's all you can want. We know we won that game. We didn't play the best we could, and that's what they want to do. That's the goal. That's the standard we've set. The school and the culture we've set. They want to be the best they can be, and so we get a chance to do it again tomorrow night, Friday night. So I'm excited to see how they put it together again tonight. But I'm so proud of these guys. They worked their tails off all year. I mean, if you think about it, they only met each other 4 months ago. Never knew each other out of that. And to come together, to play the teams we played and to battle the teams we battled and finally put it together, I'm extremely proud of them. There's no words. And, I'm excited for the rest of the years, the rest of the season, excited for next year and many more years, seasons to come. I'm extremely proud of these guys.
Congratulations to my good friend TJ Thompson. Congratulations to Hope Christian Academy on getting their first win in school history. And how about those Saints? We'll be talking a lot more about them moving forward. Let's get into the action from Pete Mattews Coliseum. We have highlights. Those highlights are presented by Lindsey Barger of Really Real Real Estate. Lindsey Barger, I got to ask you, I say it all the time, but are you ready to buy or sell? Because I'm telling you, together with Lindsey Barger, we can make your home dreams a reality. She specializes in home buying, selling, and investing. You might just want to buy a personal home. You want to buy land to build a dream home. You want to sell a rental home or just buy a home to flip and resell. Lindsey Barger is your friend through it all. She would love to guide you today, and she would love to guide you through the process of your real estate needs. So just go ahead and give her a call, 256-441-2389, 256-441-2389. And don't forget to like and follow her on social media at lindseybarger.realtor. Let's get into the Oxford girls and Jacksonville girls highlights from Pete Mattews Coliseum. Here's the semifinals getting started at the Pete. We've got 4 games on tap. Oxford on offense. Ball coming up court. Zayana Whitfield. Her jumper will be good for the Jackets. And you're going to see the head coach of the Oxford Yellow Jackets, head coach Melissa Bennett. Just 2 years fresh off playing for a state championship against Hazel Green. She's got a really seasoned veteran in Zayana Whitfield and really young team. Not liking what she's seeing there. Jacksonville coming up the court. And you're going to see the Golden Eagles do something that they've done all county tournament, which is really good ball movement on offense. They're going to move the ball around. It's going to end up in Lady Lozano's hands from three-point range. Bang! Lady Lozano hits the three-pointer, and it is good. And there's the Jacksonville Golden Eagles head coach, Corey Mize. I talked to him after the game. Great guy. I've really enjoyed getting to know him this week at the county tournament. Here's Zayana Whitfield. Her shot under the basket is good. And Jacksonville's going to be on offense. Nevaeh Nicholson is going to hit the layup for the Golden Eagles. And we talked about Jacksonville's ball movement. Now let's talk about Oxford's ball movement. They're going to move the ball around. Jamia Gaston from 3. Bang! Her three-point shot is good. And let's just talk about Oxford a little bit more. We're talking about the three-point range shots. How about Bree Wilson right here from 3? Bang! And that baby's good. And then how about the defensive end? Bree Wilson with the steal. Good defense for Oxford. This time Ava Thomas gets a rebound and put back for the and one for the Yellow Jackets. And then Bree Wilson again, step back jumper off the backboard is good. And that is going to get Coach Bennett fired up. She likes what she's seeing from her ladies in the semifinals as they're looking to clinch a spot in the championship game. Jacksonville now on offense, going to fight through some tough on-ball pressure from Oxford. And eventually J.C. Taylor is going to get the shot up and the bucket is going to fall for them. Jacksonville in transition ends up in J.C. Taylor's hands, and she gets the layup for the Golden Eagles. Back to Oxford. We talked about Bree Wilson a little bit. Here she is. Her floater is going to be good, and that's right next to the basket. This time Jordan McRae is going to take it inside the paint, and her layup is going to be good for the Yellow Jackets. Jacksonville back on offense. Lainey Lozano from 3. Bang! And her shot is good for Lozano. This time Oxford back on offense. Shea Montgomery's jumper is off the backboard and good. Speaking of Shea Montgomery, let's bring the ball back up court, but it's going to end up in Montgomery's hands again, and her shot jumper is going to fall and is good. And then Zayana Whitfield is going to end up getting the ball in her hands, and there you see it. She takes it inside the paint and finishes for the and one opportunity as Oxford girls win 71-38. So the Oxford Yellow Jackets advance to the county championship game, where they're certainly going to have a tough task. Oxford girls are going to get a shot at a third straight Calhoun County championship. They've won 2 straight. The Yellow Jackets came to life in the second half as they ended up eliminating the Jacksonville Golden Eagles in the semifinals. Again, we told you 71-38. And they now get the Anniston Bulldogs tonight at 6 p.m. Oxford held just a 25-10 lead at halftime as both teams struggled to make shots through the game's first half. But that all changed in the third quarter when the Yellow Jackets matched their whole first half total in terms of points. Zayana Whitfield led the way, finishing with a game-high 19 points, with 11 points coming in the second half. She also had 8 rebounds, a team-high 4 steals. Freshman Ava Thomas finished with a double-double, scoring 11 points and pulling down a team-high 10 rebounds. Sophomore Bree Wilson added 13 points and 5 rebounds. Senior Jamia Gaston made 2 3-pointers and finished with 9 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals. And then junior Shay Montgomery had 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 blocked shots. 7th grader Jordan McRae finished with 5 points. And Oxford did a really good job of limiting Jacksonville's Lainey Lozano, who finished with a team-high 17 points in the Golden Eagles win over Weaver on Wednesday. But they did a really good job of limiting her, as Whitfield was the primary person responsible for guarding her. Lozano finished with only 8 points against the Yellow Jackets. 8th grader J.C. Taylor led Jacksonville with 13 points. No other Golden Eagles scored in double figures. 8th grader Nevaeh Nicholson had 7 points. Junior Alexis Phillips had 6 points. And Deasia Prothro had 4. Phillips had a team-high 8 rebounds, and Prothro had a team-high 3 steals. But the Oxford Yellow Jacket ladies would get the win over Jacksonville. And we caught up with the head coach of the Oxford Yellow Jackets, Melissa Bennett, after the game, where she talked about her team's performance.
I thought the game went really well. First half was pretty sluggish. We were very amped up, I think, so a lot of our shots were going long. I didn't feel like we did as good a job on the boards. So, we gotta make that a little more continuous play for 32 minutes. But coming out of halftime, I thought we did really good in our press. I think we opened on a 7-0 run. They had to call a timeout. So, our press brings us a lot of energy, a lot of juice. So, overall, would have loved a faster start, but really happy with how we kind of pulled away in the second half.
Oxford's led by Zayana Whitfield, who's arguably one of the best players in the state of Alabama, signed to play college basketball at the D1 level for Tennessee State. But they also have a really good mixture of young players. To ask Coach Bennett to talk about that mixture of having veteran presence in Whitfield, but also having really good young talent.
This year's team was a big mixture. This is the first time we only had 4 returners. So it took us a while to get going, to kind of get our groove. A lot of our younger players didn't really know how to play with somebody as good as Zay. It's very easy to watch Zay because she usually puts on a show. So having working around her and not just stand and watch her, that's something that has taken us a while to get used to. But I think we've done a good job. Jamia's played with her for years, so she's done a good job of kind of playing off of her. And then I feel like Bree has really stepped up. Ava Thomas has really stepped up. They've brought a lot more consistent offense. Bree's doing a great job handling the ball. Ava's doing a great job on the boards for us. It's kind of fun to watch how high she gets up sometimes. And then Jordan McRae is the point of our press. And a lot of people don't realize she's just a 7th grader. So, she's got the sky's the limit for her. She's got a great length. She's got great knowledge. She's very hard on herself, though. So Zay does a great job. Our seniors do a great job of picking up those younger ones. And hopefully we're gelling, and playing better and better together at the right time.
The Oxford Yellow Jackets are set to play in the county championship game tonight at 6 p.m. against the Anniston Bulldogs. Here's Coach Melissa Bennett's thoughts on the county championship.
Big thing is we cannot start slow like we did today. We've got to play our best 32 minutes of basketball. Anniston is going to press you. They're going to press you hard, and they're not going to stop. So got to do a little bit better job handling the pressure. Got to have a little bit better group effort. I thought Jamia did a good job today of kind of as our safety and hanging back and helping Bree or Zay handle the ball. But it's definitely got to be a team effort. We can't look to one person to score. Got to do a better job on the glass. We gave up some easy offensive rebounds, especially late, just kind of getting lazy and watching. So really got to control the boards because Anniston crashes super hard. They're a great rebounding team. It's going to be a great game tomorrow.
Good luck to the Oxford Yellow Jackets in the county championship game against Anniston. All right, we got to take a break. We're going to come back with more highlights from Pete Mattews Coliseum. But in the meantime, do not go away. I'm Namath Pitts, and you're watching The Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space, whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down? Our quality tile and stone, combined with our expert craftsmanship, will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you the locker room each and every day. Ted's Floors and Beyond has all your flooring needs, whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, luxury vinyl. They have it for you right there at Ted's. You can go by the showroom there in Anniston. You can pick out what you like, want, and need, and they can do that there at Ted's. Also, they've got their partnership with Weldon Cabinet. It will offer you a complete kitchen or bath makeover. That includes cabinets, countertops, flooring, backsplashes, tile showers. They can get it done there at Ted's Floors and Beyond. And now they offer you work on your outdoor space, whether it's an outdoor kitchen, patio, or living space. They have specially made outdoor tiles and stones that can enhance your outdoor experience. Go by and see them today at their showroom in Anniston on Highway 431, right before you get to Sachs Elementary School, or visit them online at shopteds.com. That is shopteds.com. Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you the locker room. We continue on this Friday afternoon. I'm Namath Pitts. We want to thank you for watching East Alabama Now's The Locker Room. Let's get back out to our Lindsey Barger Really Real Real Estate highlights from Pete Mattews Coliseum. Next up, the Jacksonville Golden Eagles and the Anniston Bulldogs boys. It's a rematch from a game earlier this season. There's the Jacksonville Golden Eagle cheerleaders. Jacksonville on offense, Aaron Nixon from three. Whammy! It's good. How about that? The three-point shot drops for Aaron Nixon. This time, Delroy Francis gets the layup for Anniston. Isaiah Allen, bang! Slam dunk, baby. Exclamation point for Isaiah Allen. This time, Jacksonville back on offense. Going to move the ball around. Aaron Nixon from three. Whammy! Yep, that's good from three-point range as the Jacksonville Golden Eagles take a big lead. Here's the Anniston Bulldogs head coach, Torian Brown. Not really too pleased with the way his team's playing at the moment. Anniston's going to end up back on offense. They're going to miss a three-point opportunity, but Devin Coleman's going to get the layup and put back for an and one for the Bulldogs. And that's going to take us to the Jacksonville Golden Eagles head coach, Trez Buson. There he is. Buson, that's right. Probably said that wrong. For some reason, can't get his name right. Either way, I can get this name right, Devin Barksdale, and he's going to take it inside and get the layup for the Golden Eagles. And then Anniston's back on offense. We said his name a minute ago, but it's going to be Devin Coleman that's going to put in the work for the Bulldogs. As Devin Coleman, his layup is good for Anniston. Back on offense for Jacksonville. It's going to be Devin Barksdale in transition, and his layup is going to go in for the Golden Eagles as Devin Barksdale gets the layup. Jacksonville right here keeps the play alive, and Gavin Peeler gets the basket for Jacksonville. Good job at keeping the play alive. Anniston's Devin Coleman in transition. Looks like he's going to make a highlight reel, but Monte Sinclair prevents a big highlight reel play. Good job by Sinclair. Jacksonville back on offense. They're going to move the ball around a little bit, try to open the floor up, see if they can get something going. Barksdale back out from three. Whammy! It's in. Devin Barksdale good from three-point range. And then now it's going to be Jaquan Irvin, who is going to hit a floater for the and one as the Jacksonville boys beat Anniston 66-41. So that's going to move the Jacksonville Golden Eagles to the county championship game. And with a new look team on the court this season, obviously you lost some big-time players for Jacksonville. Their boys are starting to find their new identity. It was a 25 dominating win over Anniston, which was a rival, and that shows you that this team is headed in the right direction. This win not only locked Jacksonville into its third straight county championship game appearance, but it also avenged a 2-point loss that they took to Anniston back in late December. Barksdale, you've seen him in the highlights, led the team with 23 points. He hit 5 3-point baskets, but he hurt his ankle, so his health is to be determined. I expect him to play tonight, but we're not sure. But the team replaced 4 of its 5 starters from its reigning state championship team. But Barksdale's even said that he feels like his team has not even played their best game yet, and he says they'll play that game when they hoist their 3rd straight Class 4A state title. Along with Barksdale shining on offense, senior Jaquan Irvin and junior Aaron Nixon scored 11 points apiece. 10 of Jacksonville's 12 players scored a bucket in the win. Anniston's Isaiah Allen and Delroy Francis each tied the team lead with 8 points apiece, and Devin Coleman totaled 7. Jacksonville still searching for its first Calhoun County Tournament championship since 1995. They have not won one since 1995, and they won by 2 over Alexandria back in 1995. Again, opportunity tonight against Oxford at 8 p.m., but I caught up with the head coach of the Jacksonville Golden Eagles, Trez Buson, after the game, where he talked about his team's performance.
I thought we started from the jump tonight. We talked about being locked in early, offensively and defensively. I thought we did that. That's a mindset for us. We're trying to get in the habit of starting fast, and the guys were, they were locked into what we were doing, locked into the game plan, and did a great job early.
Something that was really going for the Jacksonville Golden Eagles was their 3-point shot. You've seen Aaron Nixon, you've seen Devin Barksdale. Ask Coach Trez about the 3-point shot percentage.
Yeah, I thought we shot it well. Devin, he typically shoots it well, and when he gets hot, we can score, quickly. But I thought Aaron Nixon, he shot it well. Jaquan Irvin did a really good job. So, we got several guys that can score, and it was good to see a mix. Devin's going to get his points, but everybody else contributes in their own way, and that's big for us.
Jacksonville's looking for their first county championship since 1995. How can they do that? Well, here's Coach Trez telling us.
I think we got to approach it the same mindset, same intensity, not have a drop-off on defense. So just, rest, relax, try to sleep and eat the best we can, quick turnaround, and, come give it our best shot tomorrow night.
I don't know that there's any team in Calhoun County history on the boys or girls side that's been more dominant than what the Anniston Bulldogs ladies have been. Speaking of the Lady Bulldogs, they continued that trend of dominance last night against Piedmont. Let's go back out to Pete Mattews Coliseum for our Lindsey Barger Really Real Real Estate highlights. Here's the Piedmont Bulldogs cheerleaders getting ready to cheer on their ladies who have been playing really good basketball here of late. Here's the head coach of the Piedmont Bulldogs, Coach Shane Morrow. He's had his team playing really, really well, especially in the county tournament. Piedmont's going to be on offense. J.C. Glover is going to get the layup to fall for the Bulldogs. How about this? A battle of the Bulldogs. I bet you the Bulldogs will win. Anniston in transition. Good ball movement. Takeria Smith gets the bucket for Anniston. And here's the longtime head coach of the Anniston Bulldogs, head coach Eddie Bullock. He is one of the best basketball coaches, arguably, in girls basketball in the state of Alabama, and the success speaks for itself. This time, Piedmont back on offense, and they're going to move the ball around. Morgan Studdard's going to get the layup, or get the shot right next to the basket, and she's going to get the bucket. This time, Piedmont, Josie Young from 3, and it is good. She gets the 3-point shot for the Bulldogs, and Piedmont just trying to keep it competitive. Kayla Perry gets the layup for the Bulldogs of Anniston. It takes us back to Piedmont on offense, bringing the ball up the court, and J.C. Glover wants it. She's calling for it. She shoots the 3-point shot, and it is good from 3-point range for J.C. Glover. This time, Anniston back on offense. Jada Fomby's floater is good for the Anniston Bulldogs, and they're continuing to increase their lead. Anniston going to try to move the ball around a little bit, try to open some space up on the floor, trying to get something going, but it's going to end up being a really good defensive possession from Piedmont. J.C. Glover gets the steal in transition and gets the layup as she gets the steal and bucket for Piedmont. Piedmont would end up winning the third quarter, which was a positive. They got the lead down to as low as 11, and it's because of plays like this. Because Piedmont is going to come inside, miss, but keep fighting for the ball, and Kayla Brothers keeps the play alive and gets an and one opportunity. And not only does she get an and one opportunity, she capitalizes on it with a free throw to make it a 3-point play. And that's why Piedmont won the third quarter. But just like that, a Kayla Perry from 3, bang! And it is good. And the Anniston Bulldogs take a massive lead again, and they're going into the fourth quarter. looking to bounce back after a slow third quarter. We got our barbecue layup competition. I finally figured out what this is, guys. It's a drumstick. And the drumstick wins, and the winner is from Piedmont. All right, can Piedmont get the fourth quarter? Can they win the fourth quarter just like they won the third quarter? Well, it starts with Layla Tyus getting the bucket from underneath for Anniston, and you're going to figure out real quick, Anniston just took off. Serena Hardy in transition gets the layup, and just like this, Anniston again in transition, Layla Tyus. She's going to get the bucket, and Anniston's just going to take a big lead in the fourth quarter. I was up by 25, looking to go up by 30. Piedmont moving the ball around the court. They're going to end up dishing it to Jenna Duke, who shoots the three-pointer right here inside. Excuse me, not the three-pointer. She gets the bucket inside and gets the N1 opportunity, but it wouldn't be enough as the Anniston girls win 64-39. And it was a stellar fourth quarter for the Anniston Bulldogs that lifted them past Piedmont and got them to their 8th straight Calhoun County championship game. Eddie Bullock's team refused to take Piedmont for granted either, as their fierce defense mauled the Piedmont Bulldogs right after the tip. Anniston was able to force 4 Piedmont turnovers in the first 2 minutes of the game. They took a 13-5 lead at the end of the first quarter. Senior Tykeria Smith and Layla Tyus had strong second quarter play on both sides of the ball, which allowed them to take a 20-point lead at the half. Smith ended up finishing the game with 19 points, while Hardy left Pete Mattews Coliseum last night with 16 points. The defensive effort for Anniston, though, slipped a little bit in the third quarter as Piedmont went on a 12-5 run to open the second half. Piedmont senior J.C. Glover helped her team in the third quarter with a crucial three-pointer, and she ended up having a team-high 11-point performance. Kayla Brothers also had a nice third quarter performance. She helped the team down the stretch and ended the third down. They had the lead down to just 14 points at the end of the third quarter. Brothers also scored 11 points for the Bulldogs of Piedmont. But Anniston would prevail. Here's Coach Eddie Bullock talking about his team's performance.
I think we played with great energy, and we did the things we needed to do to take care of a team. It was a little bit tough. We had a little lull in the third quarter, but it was a little bit tough because we've already played them twice.
Anniston didn't play really well in the third quarter. Piedmont won the third quarter, but then Anniston dominated the fourth quarter. Something had to change from the third to the fourth. Here's Coach Eddie Bullock talking about what it was.
Well, I told them the importance of, maintaining intensity, and, they cut the lead down to 12, and I said, hey, they could easily cut that lead down and we lose. I said, you don't want to do that. So, they kind of bought into it, and we turned it back up, yeah.
This will be Anniston's 8th straight appearance in the Calhoun County Girls Championship, but they've lost the last 2 to Oxford. Oxford's looking to make it 3 straight. Here's Coach Bullock talking about the Yellow Jackets.
Well, we know we're playing a tough team. They're defending, 2-time defending county champs, and it's going to be an extremely tough game. It's going to be very competitive, and we're just going to have to go out and play, and hopefully we'll come out with a victory.
Good luck to Oxford and Anniston as they compete in the Girls County Championship game tonight at 6 p.m. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got the final game from last night, and it's arguably what I feel like maybe some of our best highlights of the day as the Alexandria Valley Cubs and Oxford Yellow Jacket boys went head-to-head. We got the action. Don't go away. You're watching The Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space, whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down? Our quality tile and stone, combined with our expert craftsmanship, will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Welcome back into the Locker Room presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. I'm Namath Pitts. We continue on this Friday afternoon. Just a reminder to like and follow our East Alabama Now page so that you don't miss the Locker Room each day, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Also, make sure you don't miss EAN News tonight. I'll have girls state wrestling action. We'll have more highlights from the county basketball tournament. Break those down for you with all the action. So make sure to check out EAN News tonight at 6:30 p.m. Let's go back out for our Lindsey Barger Really Real Real Estate highlights at Pete Mattews Coliseum. Here's the Alexandria student section getting fired up, about to play their second game for the boys in one day. As you see the Alexandria student section getting fired up for their game against the Yellow Jackets. Alexandria on offense, Drake Davis with a backwards layup, and it is good for the Valley Cubs. Oxford now on offense. Oxford's going to do a really good job of moving the ball around. Really good ball movement from Oxford. It's going to end up being Jaden Lewis who finishes inside the paint for the tough basket for the Yellow Jackets. And we're going to say this guy's name a lot here soon. We're going to talk about Marcus Perry Jr. There's his jumper right there. It falls. And Marcus Perry Jr. is going to go on a run where he's just going to call his own number. Here's Alexandria head coach Will Ginn. He's got his team in the semifinals, looking to get to the finals. Playing their second game of the day. It's the same way for head coach Joel Van Meter and the Oxford Yellow Jackets. They're playing their second game of the day after beating Sachs to start the day. And we told you about Marcus Perry Jr. Here he is from 3. Bang! His three-point shot drops. And speaking of Marcus Perry Jr., here he is again from 3. Bang! Back-to-back three-point shots for Marcus Perry Jr. That's 8 points just right there in the highlights. Alexandria, though, responds with their own three-pointer. Whammy! It falls for the Valley Cubs. Alexandria this time can't get the shot up, but Quindavian McDowell is going to get the rebound, or not a rebound, but he's going to get the ball and get the put back up and finishes for the Valley Cubs. This time Drake Davis is going to miss the jumper, but he's going to get his own rebound and get the put back for the Valley Cubs. Oxford back on offense. Jalen Alexander gets the tough basket inside the paint, and that it creates an and one opportunity for the Yellow Jackets. Alexandria back on offense. They're going to move the ball around a little bit. Drake Davis inside the paint, and he's going to get the bucket to fall off the backboard for the Valley Cubs. How about this right here? Jalen Alexander, bang! Slam, dunk. Oh, is he okay? Yep, he's good. Back up the court. Great get-back defense for Alexander. Great slam dunk. McDowell this time from 3. Ooh, excuse me, McDowell passed it to Davis, who hit the three-pointer, as that took us to the end of the quarter. This time, McDowell is going to be inside the paint, looking to pass the ball. Doesn't really see anything, monitoring the court, and then look at this move, and finishes the tough basket inside. Great play by Quindavian McDowell. This time, Oxford in transition, and they're just going to move the ball around a little bit, feed it to Anthony Bush inside, who gets the bucket. Speaking of Anthony Bush, feed it back to him inside. He gets the bucket again. And that takes us back to Alexandria. Drake Davis to Quindavian McDowell, who gets the bucket inside for the Valley Cubs. This time, Drake Davis going to go inside, pass it back out. He's going to move around a little bit back to Davis. Can't get the 3. He misses. But Alexandria keeps fighting, and Cole Wheeler gets the ball and bucket. Alexandria kept it close, but Oxford would win 59-53 as Joel Van Meter's team. How about this? Due to the freezing temperatures, it caused a delay in the County Boys Tournament on Tuesday, which meant that both Oxford and Alexandria played 2 games yesterday in one day. And history repeated itself last night as Oxford won its 19th straight game in the Calhoun County tournament. 19 straight games. 19 straight games. And they can make it 20 tonight with a win over Jacksonville as they defeated Alexandria 59-53. 5 of the Yellow Jackets wins of those 19 have come against Alexandria. Deshaun Callaway and Jalen Alexander combined for 18 of Oxford's 22 first quarter points. The Yellow Jackets led 22-17 after the first quarter. Alexandria finished with 19 points in the win. Alexander finished with 19 points in the win. And after making 6 of its first 8 field goals in the first quarter, Alexandria looked like it was going to make it one heck of a game, which they ultimately did. But it was the second quarter that really kind of maybe sink them in terms of having an opportunity to really win the game. The Valley Cubs just scored 4 points in the second quarter. They connected on just 2 of 13 shots from the field. They went 0 for 8 from the three-point line. And after missing the previous 10 attempts from long range, the Cubs would then make 3 straight shots, including a buzzer beater that you saw in the highlights by Drake Davis to end the quarter. Davis's shot cut the Jackets' lead to 7 after Alexandria trailed by double digits for most of the second quarter. But, however, the shooting problems from deep returned in the fourth quarter as Alexandria missed all 7 three-point shot attempts. The Valley Cubs went 0 for 15 from the three-point range in the second and fourth quarter, finishing 5 for 23 for the game. Marcus Perry Jr., you saw him. He picked up the scoring for Oxford, hit a combined 4 three-pointers. He finished with 16 points. Anthony Bush made 2 key baskets in the fourth quarter, as you saw in the highlights. And the Yellow Jackets made 7 of their 10 shots from the free throw line to put the game away. Davis led Alexandria with 18 points. Jalen Henderson scored 13. Oxford faces Jacksonville in the county championship tonight at 8 p.m. Speaking of Oxford, here's the head coach, Joel Van Meter, talking about his team's performance.
I thought we played well. I thought we played better at times, but, Alexandria wasn't going to quit, so we had to finish the game. The fourth quarter seemed kind of choppy, but I thought they did a good job of doing that. Kept pressure on top of us, and, the second game in a day, it's a tough one so for both of us. But I was really pleased with the way that we were able to come out and, stretch the lead out and then hold on to it and do the things we needed to do to win.
Speaking of playing 2 games in one day, you have to figure out how to manage that because it doesn't typically happen. So I asked Coach Van Meter, how did you manage playing 2 games in one day?
Well, I think it's all our players. I don't think it's really me. I didn't sweat one bit. I thought they did a good job of their mindset when they came in this morning. Our administration did a great job of allowing us to do everything that we needed to do. And then I think a huge key was coming back home so that they can go do whatever it is that they normally do and almost, as Coach Wright, my assistant, said, get a reset. We got a reset, came back over, and it was like a new game. So I thought that was a good way of handling it.
The Oxford Yellow Jackets certainly handled it well, and tonight they face the Jacksonville Golden Eagles as Oxford looks for its 20th straight win at the Calhoun County Basketball Tournament. Here's Coach Van Meter talking about the Jacksonville Golden Eagles.
Well, they're either some people have them the top-ranked team in 4A, some people have them number 2. Devin Barksdale's a really good player. They got other good players behind him, and it'll be a great matchup. It'll be 3 straight years that we played them in the finals, and I don't expect anything other than a great game, so it'll be fun to do.
Devin Barksdale, Monte Sinclair, Aaron Nixon, Jaquan Irvin. Jacksonville certainly has talent, but you got to look at Oxford as well. Jalen Alexander, obviously Marcus Perry Jr. There's a lot of talent for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. It's going to be one heck of a county championship game tonight. You better get to Pete Mattews early because parking has not been good this week, especially for media. And so you better get there early tonight because it is going to be a packed-out Pete Mattews Coliseum. That's going to do it for me. I've got to go to the Birmingham Crossplex, cover some wrestling. I can't wait. Make sure to follow our page so you get the updates this evening as Weaver and Rambert are wrestling in the state duels. Other than that, I'm Namath Pitts, and thank you for watching The Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.